What's going on, guys? Merry Christmas. Doing another live chat. Thiago Diaz, how you doing? Hope you guys are enjoying your Christmas Eve. Adolfo, yeah, buddy. What are we cooking? Thiago, you know me too well. I got some briskets on my my Alray. I just dropped another split of wood here, so I've got some briskets on. I got 5 going on right now. What do you guys got going on tonight? Yeah, Adolfo. You heard the wood cracking. Yeah, I just dropped a small split of wood, and it's let me see if you guys can see that here. There we go. Snap, cracking, and popping. Beef back ribs tomorrow. Thiago, first time. I've never actually smoked beef back ribs. Culinary Cookhouse. What's going on, buddy? How you doing, Mr. Mike? I know it's 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time here, so I guess, Mike, that would make it 11 o'clock your time? Greg Sharp, how's it going? Just outside, monitoring my pit. It's going to be a long night for me. I'll get some sleep after midnight, but just monitoring my pit. 11 p.m. Yeah, Mike, it's almost... Santa Claus is at the city limits. I'm actually smoking an acid cigar. Overnight cooking, yeah. This is Mike, this is a Cuba acid cigar. I think everyone, when they first start smoking cigars, I think this is kind of you guys see it there? This is everybody's starter cigar. I like them. I keep some in my humidor all the time. It's kind of like clove cigarettes. If you guys ever, for those of you guys that ever smoke cigarettes, you try the cloves and... Yeah, Mike, it's kind of a spiced cigar. Kind of like Captain Morgan is spiced. It's got that kind of a clovey flavor to it. Really good. It smells good. It tastes good. Mike, I'm sure you've seen my pit already, Mike, but let me turn this around. Look at this. This is what you need, Mike. Go big. Get her done. Yeah, I'll show you guys the... Yeah, Mike, you would love to cook on this, man. I'd love to cook some of your food on here, man. You're such a master at everything that you do, man. It's amazing, dude. Let me see. Yeah, there you go. Got got that baby filled with some prime briskets that I've got. All those are sold already. Yeah, Mike. I'm like a. I love cooking briskets, man. A lot of people find it challenging, but it's taken a long time to master the art of cooking brisket. That's for sure. You'll make some mistakes, but it's okay. That's how we all learn, right? It's like when we learn to walk, we're gonna fall a lot of times before we learn to walk straight and stay up. Hey, Joe, the Brotherhood. How's it going, brother? How's California? I bet nice and warm, Joe. That's right. But yeah, that split is caught already, so I'm going to go ahead and shut the door. Let's see how solid that thing is. But that's a big one. Head up, boy, Joe. Oh, you in Vegas? Wait a minute. I thought you were in California, but that's right. I think you moved to Vegas, or were you always in Vegas, Joe? Puro Raiders, puros Cowboys, bro. See that? Lone Star. Does Vegas have their own beer? I'm joking, Joe. See that star right there, Joe? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, our Cowboys are. It's really tough being a Cowboys fan, man. It's a hell of a team. It's America's team, but man, it's tough sometimes. You guys know what I'm saying. Those of you guys that have a team that struggles. Mike, if you're still in here, I think your team's the Cleveland Browns. Originally LA, Lincoln Heights, Pico Rivera. There you go. Yeah, Joe, I love Vegas, man. I gotta tell you this. I was in Vegas about a month ago with a bunch of friends, and I took Vegas for a ride. That's for sure. It's about time that I got to take them for a ride instead of them taking me for a ride. Do a drive by, a Joe style. All right, let's do a drive by. Here we go. See if it's a Joe worthy drive by. Here we go. Let me pop this door open here first. Yeah, buddy. Ooh, baby. Yeah, I got 5 prime briskets in here now, guys. These massive bad boys. They're all about chow. These were all about 19 pounds, and trimmed them up. Man, there was a brisket in there. I got to tell you, I've trimmed a lot of briskets in my life, and I had one brisket that was like 50% fat. I mean, I was pissed. I was trimming and trimming and trimming. I was like, holy cow, man, there's nothing left. Thanks, Joe. Yeah. Thiago, where are you from, buddy? That's not a very common name. I think there was a UFC fighter called Thiago. Yeah, Joe. I went to Costco and I tried to get all the big briskets, and this was the biggest one of them. It was almost 20 pounds, but man, it was man, it was a lot of fat, dude. I was pissed. I was like, what the heck happened to this cow? TNT barbecue, beef shoulder club. TNT. I've actually seen that. I've seen that at oh god, what is that store called? Shamrock Foods. Thiago was born in Brazil a long time ago. There you go. Yeah, Thiago. I think there was a UFC fighter named Thiago or a boxer or something like that. But back to that beef shoulder cloud. I don't know. I've never cooked that piece of meat before. Hey, thanks, Tom. How about you come from Ohio and for the weekend and we can cook on this bad boy, man. But that shoulder clod, I've never cooked that. I wouldn't know how to cook it. Video, check it out and see what you think. TNT barbecue. Okay, I'm gonna check it out, buddy, because I really want to do that. I see it a lot. It's a big package at Shamrock Foods of that. And one other thing that I've been wanting to smoke on this thing is beef cheeks to make barbacoa. There's a oops, let me move my hand. There's a barbecue place out in San Antonio that does barbacoa on Saturdays, but it's smoked barbacoa, so it's not like your traditional. Okay, so it's just like a brisket. Is it fatty or is it more lean, or do you treat it like a brisket, seasoning wise and cooking temps and stuff? I got my smoking jacket on. I don't know if you guys were on earlier, but this is my smoking jacket. Not because of this, but because of this. That bad boy right there. That way I don't go back inside the house smelling like smoke. So it'll be an all night cook, and I'll just wash my face, wash my hands. Yes, Daniel, it is 2M Smokehouse. Hey, Daniel, was it you that when we went up to that competition up there in Gonzales that you were thinking about going over there? Yeah, it doesn't look like Hugh Hefner's. I think Hugh Hefner's was like a red velvet. Freaking crazy. Tom, you're hilarious, dude. But see, I get to button it up or zip it up all the way up to my neck so the smoke doesn't penetrate my skin. Because smoking on a Weber is one thing, like a barbecue grill, but cooking on something like this, I mean, you open the door on this, and man, it just you're engulfed in smoke. If it's especially when you drop a split of wood in there, it smokes really bad at first, and then you gotta let it go for a little bit. In fact, I'm getting a little too much smoke, so I'm gonna open the door up and. Jacqueline, happy holidays from Trinidad. Wow. Happy holidays to you, young lady. So, I'll show you guys. To me, that's too much smoke coming out of my stack. Just something that, so that's too much smoke. So, go Dallas Cowboys. I'm such a huge Dallas Cowboys fan that, wow, that's awesome, dude. So that's too much smoke, and the reason that's smoking a lot, guys, is because this split of wood didn't catch 100%. So I opened the door and let that piece of wood like catch some more, and then I'll shut the door because I want a nice clean smoke. Essentially, all I want is like those coals there at the bottom that are bright red. That's all I want. When I have that, I have a really light smoke coming out of the stack. So kind of like that, like you see there. That's the kind of smoke I want. But that's cool, man. You named your son Dallas. Whew, man, that's awesome. I'm a huge Dallas Cowboy fan. I'm the biggest critic though. You know, like fire management is key. Yeah, Daniel. What was I saying? We're talking about the Cowboys. Um, you know, I'm a huge fan of the Cowboys, but man, when they mess up, like Dak Prescott, he's not the most accurate quarterback right now, but he's putting up some numbers. I don't get it. You know, he overthrows the ball or short throws the ball, and then he'll still get he'll have a 400-yard game. I'm like, how in the world does this guy do that? You guys are getting a reflection off my glasses. Let me take them off here. Cooking with CJ. What's going on, buddy? Merry Christmas to you, buddy. No, my grill does not have baffles in it. My my firebox does. I'll show you guys that. Pretty neat little setup. See that right there? So I just use the right side of my fire basket, and this pit belonged to Robbie, which is the owner of El Rey. This was his personal pit, and that's how he recommended I do it. I've tried putting the wood all the way in the back, like towards the pit, but that gets really hot. So I just use the right side. So I think that log is caught. So now we're good. CJ, that was hilarious last night with cooking with James. I don't know what you were doing. If it was just a fluke or maybe your internet was super slow. No, it can't be slow because you would have been delayed. Your internet last night had to have been on point, man. Like you were plugged into his router or something because you kept sending him screenshots and you were the first one to answer those questions. But that was kind of fun last night, actually. That was a lot of fun, actually. Cheers, guys. What are you guys drinking tonight? Hey, Tommy. How's it going, buddy? Okay, main question of the night. What's the cigar that I'm smoking? This is an acid Cuba Cuba is what this is. Miller Lite. You know that, Daniel, that was my beer. I mean, I still like Miller Lite. But when I went to, Daniel, you remember this. I went to that cooking competition up in Gonzales, Texas. And it's the second time that I had run into Arnie Tex. If you guys don't know who Arnie Tex is, look him up. I mean, he's a name in the barbecue world for sure. So we go to his pit. He invites me over, and he says, "Hey, I want to give you something to try on your briskets," which I still have some of that. It's a secret product that he's working on, and he let me have a little bottle of it, a little small bottle, and I've used it a couple of times. And so they're talking to his wife, and James from MM and Claimham is there, and my buddy Chris is there, and Arnie comes out of his trailer with some Lone Star beer, and I was like, "What the heck is this Lone Star stuff? You know, I've never drank a Lone Star before." And he says, "All right, CJ, later, brother." He says, "Here, have one, man." And it was so good that that's all I'm drinking now is the Lone Star. And they have a Lone Star Light, but this is a straight up Lone Star. But it tastes just like Miller Lite. My favorite food to smoke? Brisket. Quick and to the point, brisket. As I was mentioning earlier, brisket can be an intimidating piece of meat because it costs so much, especially like these briskets that I have in here now. I paid about $50 on average for each brisket. So if you're intimidated by a brisket, and you ruin it, well, there's $50 down the drain. And but that's my favorite food to smoke. I've been smoking a long time, guys, and Daniel, my go-to smoker, um, probably my gateway drum. I also have here. I'll show you guys. I have that. You guys might know what that is. It's a Yoder YS640. I've got that gas grill too. Hell, I'll show you guys around what I got here. Excuse the mess back here, but I've got that thing I love to cook on. If I'm lazy and I just want to put something in there and set the time and walk away, that's definitely my go-to smoker right there. But as far as getting things done, my gateway is probably the one that I would go with. So I've got 2 gateway drums here. Got a red one and a black one. I've got my pit barrel cooker. Got my cooking disc. Got all my firewood. And then I got that damn thing right there. And this thing I'm not happy with. If I could get my money back on it, I would. I'll tell you that. And I say that, guys, because the gauge is garbage. The gauge is probably the cheapest thing ever made. So I'll have to get me a couple of new gauges if I want to keep that. But this thing leaks like crazy, guys. So I've already got the silicone to seal it. But yeah, that's... So Daniel, to answer your question, it's my gateway drum. That's my go-to smoker. And of course, this big thing, if I'm cooking a lot of food like I did today, that El Rey is my favorite. I did a comparison on some ribs today with 4 different rub companies, and there's my pet owl back there. So I did a comparison on 4 different rub companies tonight, or this morning, or afternoon, I should say. So this pit has been going on all day, and then right now I got the briskets going on. But yeah, I just wanted to again come on, chat with you guys for a little bit, drink a beer, enjoy a cigar, see what everybody's up to. I'm sure everybody's with family. Hell, it is Christmas Eve after all. I know it's getting really close to Christmas out in the Eastern time zone. My favorite wood to use? It was mesquite. It was mesquite. And I say was because that's the only wood that I ever really used. I never thought there was anything better because I like a really good smoky flavor, and mesquite gave me that until I bought about a quart of oak, post oak, and that's got a much better flavor. So I think it's still a toss up. Mesquite and oak, those are my 2 favorite. If I had to pick one right now, I would have to say mesquite, but oak is really good. That's what I'm using now. Favorite charcoal? Daniel, I use a mixture 50-50 mixture of Kingsford Blue and B&B coal, just their charcoal, their lump coal. I use half and half, and then I'll drop in some hickory chunks in there, and for me, there's nothing better. I've used just charcoal, like Kingsford Blue charcoal before, and that gives the food a really good flavor. But I found that with a combination of the B&B and the regular Kingsford Blue, um, gives the food a really good flavor. Daniel, do you have a Gateway Drum Smoker? Tyrone. Who's Tyrone? Or Thyron? Oh, I guess that's TNT. TNT, I'm going to have to go watch that video. Daddy Dutch, Hey Joe, brisket going on. Nice. Oh, that's right. You said you were going to cook a brisket, man. Shit, you and I can stay up all night, buddy. Now, oh, I got you. So, Kent, do you stay up all night, or do you like get up every hour, or what are you cooking on? What are you cooking that brisket on first? And that'll tell me what you're doing. Oh, there you go, Daniel. Oak is your go-to wood. Very nice. Is that a popular wood up there in Iowa, or do you have to bring it in from Texas or something? State champion TNT barbecue. Ooh, very nice. I'm in the presence of royalty. Yeah, TNT, that's for damn sure. Um, if your mesquite is not lit very well, man, your food's gonna taste like a skunk's ass. And I've never tasted a skunk's ass, but I can only imagine. So yes, um, you've got to have a good hot fire. So let me show you guys this. So you can see that very light smoke right there. That's how I like to cook. Right now it was coming in a little heavy, so I had to open the door and let that wood catch a little bit more. But that's about as much smoke that I want to see. That gives me a good burning fire, and 250 degrees, right on the money. So Daniel, you built your own. You know, I'd like to build my own. I think Kent, um, if I'm not mistaken, Kent, you've built your own UDS, correct? You know, if I had to, oh, there you go, man. So Kent, your brisket won't be an all night cook, will it? Because I use my drum and that thing's hot and fast, man. I can have a brisket done in 4.5 hours. But if I had to make my own drum, I would make it where I could slip a tray, like cut out the bottom, maybe 3-4 inches, so I can slide out a tray to clean the bottom of it out. Because I like to put some of that kitty litter in there. Running 260 right now. Very nice. Oh man. So yeah, I guess you could cook all night. I've actually never cooked anything at 260. Oak rules in Iowa. Very nice. I cook a lot higher than 260, so I've never cooked anything at 260. But I guess you can maintain it. I mean, just fill up your basket, your fire basket, with enough coal in there, or a charcoal or wood, whatever you're using. You can get an all-night cook. I'm actually going to open up my intake a little bit more. I like to cook a little bit hotter than that. There we go. Brisket going on in 30 minutes. And how long is that going to take you to cook that brisket, Kent? Hey, Kirby. Merry Christmas, buddy. Blue smoke. Thiago, cheers, buddy. Yeah, my daughter's like itching for it to be freaking midnight already because she wants to open. We told her she could open up one present at midnight. Do you guys let your kids open up all of their presents at midnight? About 10, 11 hours, 16-pound brisket. Very nice. So do you guys let your kids open all of their presents at midnight? Or do you have them wait till the next morning? I need some advice. Because my daughter's, she's 11 years old now. So, it was kind of nice when she was a baby or younger. And she would wake up in the morning and see the presents. We'd actually hide all the presents and then put them all in the Christmas tree. She'd wake up in the morning and pop them open in the morning. But she's at that age where she wants to open up one present. And my wife said, okay, well, you can open up one present. So somebody said before, so Thiago, you let your kids open their gifts at midnight. That's kind of nice. They go to sleep all excited, with the gifts that they got. Hey, TNT, what do you cook on? Do you have if you're a competition smoker, you got drums or you got a big offset, or what do you cook on? We give them a stocking in the morning and the rest with the family about noon. Okay, I got you. Wow, about noon? So poor kids, they gotta wait until noon to open up. Hey, it is what it is, right? That's cool. So I'll tell you, I'm gonna ask a question, but TNT, I want to know what you cook on, and then I'll ask a question, and maybe you guys that are in here can give me a hand here. Look at that ash. I have a bonus daughter we need to wait for. Oh, very nice. Well, that's cool. I like the stocking idea. You give them something and then have them wait till the next morning. That's cool. I think we're going to let my daughter open up one gift, and then, I don't know, she'll beg and beg and beg. Please, can I open another present? So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if TNT's still in here or not, but so I'll ask you guys a question. I don't know what it's good for, but you guys can maybe help me out. So this is my ash can, my ash bucket, and let me open it. There. So as you can see, it's about halfway filled. But does anybody know what that ash is good for? Should I just throw it away, or what the heck? Can I do anything with it? What do you guys do with your ash? Those of you guys that have an offset, spread it in the garden. Grass fertilizer? Really, dude? I never thought about that. Wow, all of you guys are saying fertilizer. Wow. Man, so I was gonna throw it away. Man, I might have to run a little test come spring. I'll just save this and put it on some, maybe a part of my grass. It will definitely kill all your grass. Are you freaking guys trying to set me up, man? Trying to get me to kill my grass? Oh, so that's all the minerals from the wood sprinkled all over the yard, and no, it won't kill your grass. Well, you guys are confusing me. So it sounds like TNT is speaking from experience, but the majority of you guys said that use it as fertilizer. Hell, how about I try it on the neighbor's yard first? You've been doing it for 30 years. Really, Mike? Man, this freaking cigar took a turn for the worse. Look at that. Okay, yeah. I hear you on that, Kent. Because, like, you can use some of the fertilizers and kill your grass. I've done that before. Because, you think like the turf builder, man, you put a lot of that stuff in there, and it burns the heck out of the grass. I've had, I did that one time. I put too much of that turf builder, or ammonia sulfate or something like that. Dump the ashes in the yard every time I dump the pan. No dead grass yet. Very nice, Mike. I'm gonna do that. In fact, I have a hole that I gotta fill. I guess it's not quite dirt, but it's I think somebody said it's just a byproduct of wood. I mean, how harmful could it be? I guess. But I'm gonna try it. I was gonna throw it away in a bag, just toss it in the trash, but hell, if it's good grass fertilizer, I think I'm gonna keep it. Oh, yeah, guys, I did that rub comparison this afternoon, and I used Heaven Made products. I used Rich's River Dirt. I used a company called Our House Barbecue, and the third one was, God, who the hell was the third one? Oh, um, Right Barbecue Rub. And you guys are going to be shocked at who or which rub had the best flavor on my ribs that I cooked today. Fat side up or fat side down? I'm a fat side up guy on this thing. On that, I'm a big old offset. But I did a comparison video, TNT. You'll have to go back and watch my videos. I did a fat cap up versus fat cap down. I actually cooked 2 briskets in this big offset, and I cooked one fat side up, one fat side down. And I have always been a fat side down, thinking that it would protect the. Hey, Bill, thinking the fat would protect the meat from the heat on the bottom. But yeah, Mike, it's not too cold. Um, so I did my comparison: fat cap up, fat cap down. I will never do fat cap down again on an offset like this, because actually, let me turn this around. So There you go. I'm increasing a little bit. I'll open up my smoker to show you. So there's a firebox right there, and it's got a little baffle plate, so the heat comes over the top of the food like this, and then it goes out the exhaust. It kind of bounces around, bounces back a little bit, and then goes through the exhaust. But so when I did the cook on this, the fat cap down or up is the way to go. Fat cap up on my stick burner, then fat cap down on my gateway. Yeah, Chris, for sure. Cooking with Kirby, thanks, buddy. So yeah, fat cap. Whoa, hang on. There we go. So fat cap up for me. Go back and watch that video if you can, TNT. And let me know what you think. Comment on it. The brisket just came out a lot more juicier. And cranking up my drum. Thiago. So, yeah. That's a really good rub. I'm not going to give it away, but I'm not going to give up the winner, but yes, Rich's River Dirt was really tasty. Thank you, TNT. It's definitely my dream smoker, that's for sure. Hard work. Hard work is what allowed me to get this, and Veronica is sexy. Yeah. Yeah, I really like it. I wish I had a trailer though, but you know, I want to do competitions with this thing. And the nice thing is, you know, it's got a handle. It's got a T handle that connects in that little, where is it? There's a little slot down there. Let me go around here. So there's a slot right there. And I just connect that T handle and I can push it, but that's an 1,100-pound beast right there. And so I've got a travel trailer right there, a 28-foot travel trailer, and I'm looking at trading it in for a toy hauler. So my thoughts are getting a toy hauler, hauling this thing in there. Yeah, Kirby, 1,100 pounds, buddy. What is that, a small Volkswagen? So my thoughts are to get a toy hauler and winch it into the toy hauler and go to these competitions. A handheld winch. Daniel, I've never done a whole hog, buddy, but I got to tell you, I want to get one. My buddy Arnie Tex actually just bought I think a 25-pound suckling. Thinking about getting a pellet smoker after Christmas. Did 12 years at O'Reilly's. Oh, very nice, Greg. I actually work for O'Reilly. Greg, what's going on, buddy? Greg, I think I've got your number and James's number mixed up. I got to figure that out. If you would, shoot me a text if you've got my number. But I think I've got your numbers crossed. But what we're talking about? Oh, so doing a whole hog. So I would definitely inject that whole hog. Inject the crap out of it, okay? Yeah. Yeah, Greg. I've been with O'Reilly, so this February it'll be 20 years for me. But my advice on a hog, if I were to do one, inject the crap out of it. I'm thinking about doing one for Easter. Chicken fried. Let's do a collaboration cook, you and I, on a whole hog, buddy. Any competitions down that part of Texas? Which video? Which video are you talking about? But I would inject the heck out of that pig and rub the heck out of the inside. My only thing, and I need to call Arnie Tex and ask him some questions, is I've seen most hogs get cooked with the skin on the bottom. Protect the loins, extra belly, yeah. Let's do it, man. Let's start doing our investigating on the best way. Hey, Rick, Merry Christmas, buddy. Thanks for coming on for a few minutes. But I want to get the skin crispy. And if I can't get it crispy, I want to know what. I don't see a whole lot of people rubbing the skin. They rub the heck out of the meat side. So skin side down to hold the juices in. Okay. Yeah, my cousin actually raises pigs. In fact, I've been to his place and I've butchered a whole pig for him one time. They killed it, and I skinned it, and I cut all the ribs and everything. All right, TNT. TNT wants in on the collab cook. We got 3 hogs, a 3 hog collab cook. That sounds like a lot of fun, I gotta tell you. There you go. That would be a hell of an Easter collab. Chicken fried. Shit, I'm gonna have to invite the whole neighborhood to eat that damn thing. Malcolm Reed, Holy Hog, cook video. No, Thiago, but thanks for letting me know. Trust me, if we're gonna do a whole hog, I'm gonna be reading some books and looking at some videos. So somebody mentioned canola oil on the skin. Again, I've never seen people rub the skin. I don't even know if they eat the skin on a whole hog. Excuse me, but that would be interesting. I would say that people probably aren't eating the skin because it's not crunchy. It's just like cooking the pork shoulder, not the butt, but the shoulder, where that kind of skin. A lot of people score it. I remove that skin. It's nasty. I remove that skin on my shoulders. The actual shoulder, not the butt. Well, I'm not telling you. No, it's a. Come on, man. We don't keep any secrets. Salt the skin. Make sure the skin is dry, and use a cheesecloth. Okay. Daddy Dutch, do you have a big smoker you can cook a hog in, or or maybe a newborn suckling? You can throw that in your UDS. A little later, Kirby. Later, man. Thanks for coming on, bro. Merry Christmas. But Kent, so get a newborn suckling like the size of a breakfast burrito from McDonald's. It'll be like that, like the size of the cigar. Little baby pig, and put him inside your UDS. You put a toothpick on him, on a toothpick rotisserie. Oh man, yeah, but yeah, Bill and TNT, we'll get together on that whole hog. I don't know if I could. I'm sure I can fit a hog in here, guys, but my doors are a little small. I would just have to make some kind of tray to put them in there. Chris, Merry Christmas. Appreciate it, buddy. Thanks for coming on. Guys, I never really thought that this YouTube thing would take off. You know, I've been cooking for a long time. For me, it started with a fajita cook-off. And a long time ago, I entered a fajita cook-off at a water park out here in El Paso, Wet and Wild. And I actually won that competition. This was 15 years ago. But I've been cooking steaks and stuff since, you know, a lot longer than that. But, you know, the reason I wanted to start this YouTube channel was because I got a lot of money in my smokers. And one day a family member, I'm sure, will get these smokers. I want them to be able to know how to cook on these things. 24 by 60 cooking grate. Yeah. And my doors are 24 inches wide, so I know I can fit it in there and just kind of slide it in there. But you know, I started my YouTube channel because of that, and also, you know, maybe teach a few novice barbecuers a thing or two, everything that I know. I mean, I put my heart and soul into it. There's no secrets in anything that I do. How many briskets did you sell? I got 10. Daniel, I got 10 briskets. But you know, somebody mentioned if it's cold out here because I got a light jacket. I'm going to show you guys this. Don't laugh. But you tell me if I think I'm cold. Look at this. Can you see that? I'm wearing freaking slippers and shorts. No, it's not cold. I was thinking about trimming a brisket live. Rick, I've got a Cuba acid cigar. Thiago, I think it was you that was asking if it's cold. Yeah, look, man, I got slippers on, man, and shorts. And a smoking jacket, man. Woo! I guess I better pay attention to my damn temperatures. Haven't done that. It's coming down a little bit. Let me open this thing up a little bit. So I'm going to go on for about 6.5 more minutes, guys. I've been off for 53 minutes. Really is good chatting with you guys. You guys are awesome. I'm sure everybody's spending time with their family. That's why we've only got, I think the highest we had was 12 viewers or something like that. What am I smoking on the pit? I got some briskets, Greg. Let me show you real quick. It's filled to the rim. Hang on, I got a bunch of briskets in there now. Daniel, I hear you, man. I live in Texas, but like El Paso and you guys, I mean, I don't know where you're from, Daniel, but I'm about 9 hours from San Antonio, 9 hours west of San Antonio. That's how big Texas is, man. I'm 9 hours from San Antonio, and you know, a lot of the competitions are down there in South Texas and that Austin, San Antonio area. That's why James goes to so many damn cooking competitions, because he lives right in the heart of it. And I'm too damn far from those places. It cost me an arm and a leg just to go compete. Thiago, yes, it is insulated. Oh, very nice. Did you compete, Bill, or were you just out there with a friend? and Beeville. Very nice. Yes, my smoker is insulated, so I'll go with through a split of wood about every hour and 15 minutes or so. Thanks, Greg. It's kind of nice having an insulated firebox. Yeah, TNT. Hey, man, we still got plenty of time, brother. Don't worry about that. We got a lot of time. We'll share videos, man. It's a lot of fun. I just got some. Oh, somebody's rolling around my neighborhood all slow. Maybe it's a drive-by. O.A. Nunez, what is the price on a pit like yours? Something like this. Um, these kind of pits they're up there, man. They're in the thousands, 10,000. I actually got a deal on this pit here. It's a little less than 10. But there's a God, it slipped my mind. Jambo pits. So Jambo pits. This thing is built. What rub did I use for my brisket? I'll answer that in a minute. The Jambo pits are up there, and this thing. Um, I think the story is, if I'm correct, that the owner of El Rey and the owner of Jambo were partners at one point, and I don't know what happened, but whatever happened, they separated, and this thing is built just like a Jambo. The door itself is not. Let me turn this around. So the door itself isn't built like a Jambo. Jambos have kind of an old oven look, and it's got this massive intake. This intake, I don't think you guys can see it. No, you guys can't see it. Um, is a little different, but they're built almost identical. There's the exhaust there. So, you know, the Jambos are up there too. I mean, I've looked at a Jambo, and I saw Cosmo when he got his first El Rey, or his El Rey that he has now. And I was like, man, that's a nice pit. I was like, holy cow, I'd love to have a pit like that. So I started looking at El Rey and reached out to the owner, and he says, well, I don't have any. I'm not building any, but I might sell you my personal one. And his personal pit is now in El Paso, Texas. Or it was his personal pit. So I've got it. So, oh, spill my beer. TNT, you asked what I seasoned my briskets with. Pay attention, because this is a big secret. Secret time. Pull out your pens and pencils or paper. This is a secret to an amazing brisket. You guys ready? You got your pens? Record. Wake up your wife. Tell her, write this down. Record this guy. No. So I give it a good, all the briskets, I give them a good coating of the garlic jalapeno seasonal from Victory Lane. I got a good coating of their beef rub from Victory Lane. And then I topped it off with peppered cow. Hope that was a firework. So Victory Lane garlic jalapeno seasonal, Victory Lane beef rub. Uh-oh. Sounds like fireworks. And then a good coating of the peppered cow on the outside. And that's going to give me a really nice dark crust bark on the outside. Yeah, the fireworks are going crazy, I think. All right, guys, I'm about to sign off. I've been off for about an hour. Good chatting with you guys. TNT will have to hook up. And Mr. Bill with the coolest name in YouTube history, chicken fried barbecue. Are you kidding me, bro? That simple? Cool name though. Look at you, yes sir. Look at that chicken fried barbecue. It doesn't get any better than that. That's awesome. I'm just smoking Joe's Pit barbecue, man. That's it. Simple. I'm not cool like chicken fried barbecue. I haven't chicken fried. Dude, do you even like fried chicken? You'll have to go live one of these days and tell us a damn story about your freaking name. There's got to be a story behind that. But save it for another day. But guys, good chatting with you. Um, I'm about to drop another split of wood in this. Go inside and spend a bit of time with my wife and my daughter. Probably watch some TV, kick back. You guys have a Merry Christmas. And look out for my video tomorrow morning. I'm actually going to edit that tonight. And we will see you guys later. Merry Christmas, guys. See you.